Hey everyone, Pat from Rockin' Agates, back again. Glad you guys are here. This is a chunk of Mexican crazy lace that I'm getting ready to start on my Beacon Star 80 grit wheel. I thought about nipping off some corners and stuff, but just to make the grinding a little bit quicker, or save a little bit of time. But that 80 grit wheel rips through pretty much any kind of rock very nicely. So I'm planning on doing a face polish, and it won't be perfectly flat. I'll kind of round it off and give it, or maybe I'll kind of go with a concave on this side, and then this one I'll end up rounding off a little bit. But anyway, you can see that it has a ton of potential. Hopefully there might be one good size, looks like there's a good size fracture right there, but maybe one over here. But that's okay. It gives it character. It's a natural stone from the earth, and they are not perfect many times. But here we go. I'm gonna fire it up and get started on it. Get our water going. Off to the races. Mexican crazy lace. Let that water slap on there a little bit. In fact, I'll grab my little sprayer here to kind of speed up that process. Like I said, mainly doing the face. All right, the wheel is nice and wet, and here we go. There it is. That's the last time that chunk is going to look like that. A little bit more light there. All right, real-time grinding action here, coming along. That's after about 13 and a half minutes of work on those two faces, and it should be, it's a pretty incredible specimen, as pretty much all crazy lace is. I'm hoping that color stays on that triangle. I hope it's deep. Same with the yellow right there, a little red, any color. Some of that goes away with grinding, so let's hope that stays. All right, that's it for now, and I'll update it soon. Thanks for being here, and take care, everyone. Pat from Rockin' Agates. I appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting, whatever. Get a little banter going and talk agates and rocks and grinding and whatever. Take care, guys. Thanks again. Took it farther down. We've got lots of detail on this one that's revealing itself. And I'm gonna go farther down on this side, pretty much. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course I'm leaving that all rough. I'll show you what it looks like wet so you can see more detail. Just dip it in my water supply bucket above my Beacon Star grinder there, and that's what that looks like. It's definitely got some, you know, just like any piece of crazy lace, lots of detail, just amazing agates from Mexico. I'm hoping that orange stays as I grind a little bit further. This side's got some incredible detail, but as you can see, that channel, that's pretty deep. I'd have to take quite a bit of material off of this side to get down there. You can see that, and I don't know if I want to do that. We'll still have this up here. This will show. You know, I could go down to that, but it's just, you just end up removing so much agate, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I'll just get into it further with the 80 grit wheel here, and keep you updated. Starting the 220 wheel here. Coming along really good. So glad that orange was deep and stayed. It's just a unique color on these crazy lace, Mexican crazy lace pieces. Lots of weird colors and weird patterns in this one for sure, as is so much of this material. Obviously not perfect. It's got lots of little depressions and stuff I'm not going to take out, but capturing a lot of the beauty in this one. Just love them all. It's got that rough side. I'm at the 1200 wheel, which is the third one on the Cab King. On to that one a little bit more, and then hitting the 3,000, 8,000, and 14,000. 3,000 wheel coming up right now. Looking really good. Obviously when you get through that 1200, it's just shiny finishing the rest of the way. Okay, here we go. As I do it, just like many of you that do this or want to do this, I'm always trying to use all of the wheel if I can. Obviously that middle inch gets the most use, but I try to move out to the edges on smaller areas if I can. Try to equal the wear on it if possible. And I'm not applying that much pressure. Just kind of always letting the wheels do the work. hitting it from all directions. All right, let's see what we got. Obviously getting close to the finished product right now. Dry it off. I'll inspect it thoroughly like I do after every wheel. Look at it under magnification and look for micro scratches at this point. And not going to be able to see much here, but I'll just show a quick sneak peek. Looking really good, feeling really smooth. You gotta, like I said before, you gotta be careful. It's easy to drop any of these because it gets so slick and smooth. Looking really good. It's just just agates. The material is just amazing to work with. Yeah, some of them fracture more than others, but you just take the good with the bad, as they say, right? All right, I'm gonna look at this and gonna be moving on to the 3000 wheel. Correct that. I'll be moving on to the 8000 wheel. The middle one, right there.